My soul is tormented by a succubus. Calling sis, pencil dripping from the way I spit. Fell in love with this. Sis got music, now she in my grips. Wanna take a sip of her only sign says sips. No.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Senpai. Today we're going to be doing a deck profile with the new support. And obviously, as you can tell from the title of the video, it's going to be a last card Revonn deck profile. But this one's going to be different from what you've seen on Commander Jaime and what you've seen on Cardfight King. And because there have been people who've put it out who, like, you know, world-class card fighters, Commander Jaime, Cardfight King, and countless others. And even myself, I've put out several different builds. I'm going to show you what I'm currently testing with right now. So, obviously, I'm going to start with the grade zeros, work our way up. And that way I'll explain everything. Actually, let's start with the starter, Officer Cadet Eric. OG, he's my boy. I love him. Not a better starter for Aquaforce in my opinion, if you could ask for one, except for Bubble Edge Draco Kid back in the G era. But this isn't for premium. We're going to go work our way from the threes down. Obviously, 4 Revonn, 3 Fort Vessel. Also, immediately, you see a lot of people, they're just running 4 last card Revonn, which is not a bad build, but this build, in my opinion, gets the most consistency, just because if you don't get Revonn, you can ride Fort Vessel. If you ride Fort Vessel, he still has half of Revonn's skill, wherein he still is on place, counterblast 1, neg your opponent by 5k. So you still get that, you know, I can neg you by 5k, but you don't get the triple drive, you don't get the plus power. And that's okay if, you know, if you're going first and you rode him first, and then, you know, you drive check a Revonn, and then next turn, boom, you got your grade 3 and so. Last card Revonn, he is, you rest one of your rear guards, which seems like it could be a loss, but with some other units that's in the deck, you'll see why it's not so bad. So you rest one of your rear guards, you take your opponent's power down by 5k, you take 13k's down to 8s, you take 12k's down to 7, you take 10k's down to 5, etc, etc. So going first in this deck is very, very good. Very good, especially if you have at least a decent board. You don't even have to have a good board, a decent board. But, so you can do that, and then when this unit attacks, you check for your other rear guards, because if you have 5 rear guards, he gets plus 15k power, and if there's a grade 3 in soul, he gets plus 1 crit, and he gets triple drive. So the triple drive and the plus 15, that's conditional with the 5 rear guards at rest. So if you have 2 other units that are in the deck, who shall not be named right now, but if you have those 2 in deck and on the board and you swing with him, he checks for the board status as he's attacking. Those 2 other units, they proc when he swings. So you get to choose order, so it happens at the same time. Obviously, you're going to go ahead and go for Revonn effect first, then those 2 other cards skill. But then he gets the triple drive and whatnot, and the plus 15. But that's my grade 3s. So we're gonna leave it fanned out for you just in case you guys want to take a look at it while I'm doing this deck profile. And for grade 2s, first we're going to talk about our boy Coral Assault. Coral Assault, I feel, needs no explanation. He is just raw power. He's a phantom unit with Narukami running around, with Shadows running around. I feel like he's a very necessary unit. He beats for 24 by himself, 29 on an Excel 2 circle. But if you have that with Revonn skill going on for your opponent, it could be like, oh god, is this a 20k shield? Yes, it is. Guess what? You're going to have to deal with it. So, and like, there's pretty much nothing better for him, like better than him, in my opinion. Next is a card that I did not think that I would end up liking at all. When I read this card's skill, I was just like, no, I don't want to play this. And I was just looking into building Maelstrom and updating that, which, because it didn't cost too much. But for Blue Wave Marine General Gallius. Gallius is once per turn. If I have 4 more rear guards at rest, he gets plus 5. Pretty good. That's Vanguard rear guard, so it doesn't even have to be on a Revonn turn. Next, he is, when your grade 3 Vanguard attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard current power is attack is different from their original, counterblast 1, stand it. So you can have him swinging even before you restand for 14, which hurts, or for 19 and then 24. It depends on if it's an Excel 2 circle or not. This card is really, really good. It comes in clutch. You barely counterblast. Like, this and this are the only two things, well, two of the things that counterblast in this deck, and I love it. Next, we're just testing this out because right now I don't know what else to run in its place, because I want to cut it down by 1. But we're running, that's right, Blue Wave Marine General Foivos. Foivos, they touched him. They did something to him. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Foivos, but Foivos is definitely not the card that I won ARG states with. But now he does a pseudo paladin effect, where if your Vanguard's Revon, you rest him, and then you Soul Blast 1, and then you look at the top card of the deck, and then you Superior Call it. So it's like the old Gold Paladin back in G era, like where you could look at the top card and then call it. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it works out to where I get Coral Assault. Sometimes it works out to where I get another with him or one of these. And then that's pretty much it. But the part where Foivos is okay, where you don't want to really use this skill too much, which makes me want to take it down to 2 or 3, it's when your grade 3 Vanguard attacks. So if you're playing Premium and you're playing Ripples, this card works well with it. Excuse me. When your attack is different from the original, or when your opponent's Vanguard attack is different from the original, I can't talk today. Discard a card, stand it. I don't agree with that cost. I feel as if he would have gotten, I understand, it's supposed to be working with Revon, like they're made to work with Revon and with Fort Vessel, but he definitely didn't need that kind of restriction on him to where he had to discard a card. Like, maybe if it was like a Soul Blast, I would understand, that'd be okay, because we have at least one card that goes into Soul in the deck right now, and it doesn't hurt that badly. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Like, he's good, maybe 2 to 3, not a 4, but I'm testing 4 right now. So that's what we're doing. And the last card is something that I didn't expect at all. Marine General of Head Seas, Thanasis. His skill is rest one of your rear guards, and this unit gets power plus 5k until end of turn. Pretty good card. One, he can rest this if it, he can rest this because it's going to restand if it's on, if I'm not going to use its skill. Or if I don't have Soul and I call him and then he's already on board, rest him anyway. It doesn't matter. These two are going to restand, period. This more so if it's like the last attack or if you're pushing for 5, and they're at 5 or 4. But yeah, Thanasis, really good card, especially with some of the cards that I'm about to reveal out now. So, our grade 1 lineup. Obvious choices. Blue Wave Soldier Senior Baragios. Baragios is a retrain from when he was in Blue Waves. Really, really good card back then. Really, really good card right now. He is, when placed, look at top 5 for a grade 3. So either one of these, this card automatically, it's worth the price tag of $11, probably more. But he searches out any grade 3. So Maelstrom, Ripples, I can't think right now. Revon, if you play Aquaforce Premium, that's the Riptide build that one of my friends Zay made. It's really, really good. It searches out any grade 3 period. It's not restricted by name or by archetype. Also, he has a skill which, if there are 4 or more rested rear guards, which he includes himself in, so you realistically only need 3 other rested rear guards, gets plus 5. So he turns into a 13k beater. With Revon, that turns him into, crap, I gotta guard a 10k for this. Because 13 attacking a 7k, they can't intercept. They have to either double intercept or they drop a 10. Same thing for an 8k grade 3 Vanguard that they're attacking into. But yes, very beautiful. Mwah, chef kiss. Alright, next is one of the cards that I highly value in this deck. It should be a higher rarity. It should have been an SP. Battle Siren Nerissa. So her skill is when she's rested, hello Revon, or Thanasis, you can Soul Blast one, and then stand her, and she gets plus 10k power. So she's an 18k unit alone. Behind Thanos', that's a 32k line. Behind him, that's I can't even number right now. That's 42k. Swinging at the Vanguard. Behind him, that's 20. No, not 20. I'm sorry. That's 31. Yeah. So it makes numbers. It makes really good numbers. And behind this, oh my goodness, like it's ridiculous. Like the amount of things that you can do with this card, or you can just use her by herself. Like she's a good attacker. Even if your opponent gets a trigger, they're not going to be able to block. Like they still have to block for her. And on top of that, she has Coral Assault skill, where she phantoms inside the soul to feed your soul, so that way you can pay for the soul cost for this. Really good card overall. Like I said, she deserves to be like triple rare or higher. Anyway, and the last unit for my grade 1s, Wheel Assault. Why Wheel Assault, you say? One, he gives really good advantage. He counterblast for a counterblast 1. He's a draw card, and then you can call a unit to the board. So you could call Fort Vessel. You could get points where you get Baragios out on the board, and then you continue to plus from there. But yeah, and then on top of that, he enables attacks, so you can do really cheeky stuff on turn 2. Like if, let's say you ride Foivos, whatever, and then you counterblast 1, you call a Coral Assault, you get another Coral Assault, but essentially, basically, the point is you get a lot of attacks. Like, I'm getting really excited about thinking about it, but you get a lot of attacks. And it's really, really fun. Are there going to be changes to this deck? Yes. What kind of changes? This is going to go down to 2 to 3, easily. I might play the 4 grade 3 variant, but I want it to be different. So I just have to find some units that make me feel good about running them in the deck. I am actually testing this right now on CFA. And so far I have this version of the deck is what I had the highest win rate percentage with. And the 4 grade 3 version, while it's good, when it high rolls, it's amazing. When it does normal, like, cause in the 4 grade 3 version, if I don't get grade 3, or if I'm stuck a turn, like, Aquaforce needs to go. It needs to move. So I feel like I want to up my consistency by adding Fort Vessel in, because he still does have Revonn skill. He can still stand off of it. This can still stand off of it. And I feel like it's just a good idea to run Fort Vessel. If I wasn't running Fort Vessel, I probably would be running maybe Tidal Assault. 2 Tidal Assaults, and actually 3 I can play 4 Tidal Assaults if I take this down and then add in something else. Or I would put in 4 Algos, and then I take out 1 Wheel Assault at that point, and then so that way I could fit in some Nikolaz's as well, because if you run Algos, you have to run Nikolaz. Anyway, on to the trigger lineup. We are running 3, 5, 6 crits, because Revonn is Revonn, and he likes crits. We are running 6 draw, and of course 4 heal. So I feel like this trigger lineup, while CFK is going for like the more aggressive one, where he's running 8 crit, this is still an Aquaforce deck. You have 3 cards that draw you cards. Technically 4, because you're getting triple drive. You have this to filter out for this, but this is like, I feel like I want to see my pieces fast as I can. Will I possibly draw another trigger with it? Yes, but guess what? That's more shield to protect my Galeas, my Coral Assaults if I'm stupid and I leave them out on the board, my Baragios if I just leave him out on the board and he's not in the back row. It's just more protection for that. So I am completely okay with that. But yeah, like I said, this deck is going to be changing a little bit because, Chicago is over. This is pretty much what I was going to play. But who knows? Maybe if some regionals are open later, I'll try to make my way up there. And anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, if you like what you saw, you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe, and you hit that share. And if you have any suggestions or you want to see some other builds, let me know. Hopefully soon I'll be putting out a Maelstrom deck profile updated with, of course, this support. And I'll be also showing my premium deck that I was going to play at regionals as well. So, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.